Boopity boop. All right. So what I'm doing right now, Paul, just so that you know, I am keeping the Facebook up so that in case I see people comment, I could actually respond. So I'm not looking at you through the StreamYard. So I'll probably see myself in a delay. I've got that on mute. When you see me like this, and I say namaste, yeah, that'll be it. Good morning, everybody. Hi, it's Belinda with Just Be Yoga. Let's get ready for our home yoga practice. Today, I am staying connected quickly, like early on, with the Facebook so that I can see. And in case you have something that you want to share, today I wanted to start to explore an aspect in the sutras about what we're capable of, as well as what's possible, and understanding and feeling that a little differently inside of our bodies. But before I go too far, I wanted to be able to see if there was any request space or anything anyone wanted to share. So I will check that out. Not seeing any folks letting me know yet whether they're here, whether they've got a comment. I'm seeing Kara. Hey, Kara. Is it Kara? I think it's Kara. Kara, hey. All right. So welcome. This week we have been talking about a little bit of like, well, what am I practicing when I'm doing all this yoga stuff, right? So hopefully we can all see these are the 8 limbs of the branches of the tree of yoga. Yamas, niyamas. These are the do nots and the do's. So let's be non-harming, non-stealing, don't lie, don't hoard, and work with some restraint in your life. Niyamas, being disciplined and contented and pure in our thoughts and in our bodies, self-study and surrendering to something greater than ourselves. Yoga poses, yoga breath, pratyahara, understanding where we are in our senses. Kena, focus. Meditation, being at one with everything, at peace and in balance. And then samadhi, absolute unification. All right, so today I wanted to, so at any point in time, we're working any and all of those aspects. At home, I like to start off my day paying attention to living my practice. And so I start off my morning on what I'm putting into my body, how I ablute and cleanse myself, preparing my body as a vessel for my practice and for my life and how I want to walk in my life. So paying attention to what I put in my body, I like to have some water and lemon, cleansing, making sure I'm eliminating, do a little dry brush on my body. And I don't chew myself prior to noon. Please, if you like to chew, chew, but I don't eat any solid food until afternoon. I like to keep my intestines kind of free, and because I do a lot of practice, especially in the morning. So today, as I guide through my practice, let's remember that I'm sharing my home yoga practice as you all are starting to develop what is a practice for you. Feel out things that work for you. Yoga means yoking, coming together. You are connecting your mind with your body and your spirit and feeling out how you can walk in balance in all of those spaces with your higher being and your higher desires and existing in this earth. So there we go. Really small stuff, this yoga, right? All right, I'm going to find some movement today, and within that movement, I'm going to offer different postures where we're going to play with, what's possible? What am I capable of? What comes up inside of me when I start to do things that maybe I haven't done before, or I step toward them within safe boundaries. All right, I'm going to come to child's pose. I'm going to bring my mat a little bit closer here. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Joe. Hi, Lainey. And then I've got Erica. Yay. Nice to see everybody. All right, we're going to come to our hands and knees, sinking our hips back toward our heels. Always put a blanket under your knees if you need it. Have a block or a book nearby, a towel or a strap or a belt. Have what you need. And I'm going to take a few breaths to let myself arrive here, starting to let all of the busyness of my thinking and my planning to dissipate. It's another reason why a practice first thing in the morning is good. Our mind tends to be a little less cluttered in the morning. We haven't had much time to get it all gunked up yet. As I breathe here, I just want to check in on my joints and my flesh. How are they? Are they feeling tight? Are they feeling fatigued? Is anything injured? Is my body ready to live its best being? Check in with my breath. How expansive is it? How full is it? Is it ready to live its fullest being, its highest being? I'm going to breathe in and come forward to hands and knees, spreading the palms, distributing the weight forward. Notice how I've leaned my chest over my palms and sink it back. Just feeling my body giving me support, feeling movement, breathing in, rolling the spine up, feeling weight shifting and weight bearing and sinking it back. Oh. Checking in with my spine here. One more time, I'm going to roll it forward, lifting my head last. And I'm just going to lower myself down. Surrender. Bring and invite this surrender into my practice. Early in my practice. Letting my desires and my expectations take a back seat. So humbling to feel myself confronting the earth, the flooring, bringing myself down to this level. Breathe in and lift, cobra, just checking out my back and lowering it down, relaxing my neck, feeling out my balance here. Breath in and lift. Balance in my effort and what my body will allow. Exhale, lower, just letting that go. I'm going to shake that out a little bit. One more time, breathe in and lift. And make my way to hands and knees. Ooh, so that woke up some aspects in my low back and my sacrum that I feel as though I want to work that out. So I'm going to just lubricate my hips here with a little hip rotation. Trying to keep my weight over my arms and that one leg evenly. Noticing if I'm leaning, changing direction. Breath. Switching. What wants to move? I'm going to slow this down now because I realized, oh, wow, I was really cranking that out. And that's not really where I like to be. I like to feel every piece of the minute elements of movement, change direction, feel what's responding in my back, in my core, in my pelvis, my groin. How present am I? Or am I trying to dominate and dictate? Now I'm going to find a down dog, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, down dog, breath in, breath out. And check in with everything that's in contact with the earth first. My palms and my feet, how are they? Are they ready to hold me? Spreading my toes, waking up my awareness in my feet and my palms, center of my wrists, all of the surface of my palm. I want to work that tailbone up and down, waking up my legs and my back. Turning my head left and right. I like to lift one leg and twist that open, just kind of stretch out my hips. Still checking in on the state of my breath. I'm going to switch that out, opening, rooting, standing. How am I standing in the world here today? Letting my head go. And I'm going to bring that leg down. Breathing in, looking forward. And I'm going to step my legs up to the top of my mat. You choose whether you want one step or a bunch of steps. I'm going to breathe in and lift the chest. Notice I'm going to keep these knees soft. Exhale, let the upper body hang. Half flat back, lifting a little fluid action. Exhale, forward fold. Try not to put too much load on this back so you can keep those knees soft to do so. Breathe in and lift. Notice here I can keep my hands on my knees. Exhale, lower it down. Rolling the spine up, coming up to standing. And breathe in and reach. Exhale, forward fold. Let the upper body go. Breathing in, lifting the chest. I'm going to bring my left hand down and twist open to the right. Breath in. Breath out, just feeling solid movement, fire. Now I just want to apply in. Could I twist more? Why would I want to do so? Am I overstraining in a certain area of my body to accomplish that? Breathing in, breathing out. I'm going to work on activating some of my lower regions. Oh yeah, I could twist a little bit more. And I'm going to switch that out. Right hand down, revolving. I'm going to rest my hand here on this side and hold myself accountable to just moving the rib cage. Breath in, breath out. Still lengthening my spine forward. What's possible as far as a quiet mind? Breath in, breath out. And release, forward folding. Some of you may be noticing that I bring my hands behind my calves here. This is early in my practice. I'm going to try to chill out back here behind these hamstrings, so I'm going to soften the knees. Trying not to engage my abs so that I have no tension in my upper body. Freely allowing my head to hang. I'm going to bring my hands down. I'm going to step this right leg back and find a lunge. Actually, my hips are saying, you know what? I was going to go straight into a crescent, but my body said, that may not be a good idea first thing. So I'm going to have the knee down, have this left knee over left ankle, and then, try to sit up tall. Feeling out the front of this hip flexor. Now, check in. Some of you might want to have a mirror nearby because a lot of times this is where we are with our spine instead of upright. And the more I bring myself upright from here, feel that here. And I'm going to soften my way. I'm not going to jam my way into this. I'm listening. I'm not here to command, demand. I'm here to connect. I'm going to lift. I want to ask my ribs. Oh, could you lift from there? Ooh. Nice. Now I'm going to bring these hands down, tuck the back toes. I'm going to step this back leg up and trade that out. Bringing this leg down, this knee down. Stack my head over my shoulders, over my hips. Breath. Feels good. Waking it up. Sending my breath down here, trying to relax my pelvic floor a bit. Noticing a little wobble and just saying, okay, yeah, my body's still working out how to stay upright. Trying not to crunch my low back, lifting my weight off of my low back. I'm gonna lean back here, lifting the rib cage up. I'm gonna bring my hands down, tuck my back toes, and step this leg up. Half flat back breath in. Forward fold off, feeling my back and how it's changed, how it's acclimated, stretched out a little bit more, rolling the spine up. I'm going to find a clasp, lifting the wrists, opening the collarbones. Feel this area, okay, this area in between both of these shoulder joints, your pectoralis, right, the top of those pec muscles. And let that expand open as you open the collarbones back. Working the neck up and down. Neck around. Changing my direction. Of course, it only helps if you can see my head. How about that? Neck around. Good, and we'll let those arms go. We'll breathe in and reach up. Exhale, taking it forward. Breathe in half flat. I'm going to bring this left hand down and revolve. Notice here, I'm way back in my heels. I'm going to lengthen forward. Feel my efforting. Could I let go of some efforting and just be? What's possible in that realm? Acceptance, santosha, we talked about yesterday. And then I'll bring this hand down and revolve. How much could I open my heart here? Making space in between both shoulder blades. And release. I'm going to take this right leg back this time and have that foot rest down and allow myself to come up. Now you could support yourself and walk your way up, or just let the torso come up. Driving that heel back, sinking down in that front knee. Ooh, and I'm feeling a lot going on here in my low back, so I'm going to try not to squeeze my buttocks, but push these hips neutral. Asking the back leg to do some work, not just ask the front leg to do it all. Could I grow taller? Could I sink? What's possible? I'm going to bring my hands down and switch that out. Okay, I'm going to step this leg up, switch this leg back, making my way up. Feeling my balance, feeling my root, feeling strong in an expanded, broad space. Feeling the difference in these hips from when we have the knee down. Lifting that upper body. Let my breath touch the areas that might be stressing. Let it touch with love, kindness, love, kindness. I'm going to bring those hands down, bring the knee down. Step back to plank. Maybe you find extended plank, maybe not. Breath in. And lower to elbow, high. Breath. What's possible? What's possible? Bring it back up. Lift the hips up and back down, dog. I'm going to lightly bend my knees. I'm going to walk my hands back to my feet. Ragdolling here. I'm going to bend both knees and lay my chest on my thighs and lengthen forward. What's possible? With a calm mind, Sthira Sukha, ease and steadiness. Kind of push the soles of both feet down. Stand in those feet. Ask other parts of me to help out. Hug the navel to the back of the spine, asking my core to help give me a little bit more solidity. Everything's not in these legs. That's an uneven distribution of the work. Breath. Forward fold, let it go. Good. Now I'm going to grab a hold of my right big toe with my index fingers and thumbs. You might want to bring your strap underneath of this right foot instead. All right? So some of us are going to be like this. Some of us are going to be like this. I'm going to be in my left leg. So when I say be in it, I'm going to stand in it as though I don't have a right leg at all. I'm going to ask my chest to lengthen me forward. Now I just want to see what's possible, what I'm capable of in my left leg. To lift and breathe. I am still the same person from the child's pose. I am still the same person in the mountain, in the neck rolls. Can my spirit move that freely, that at ease? Who am I here? Breath. Let go of any frustration, any aggravation. Laugh out loud, fall, get back up. Oh, that's yoga. And we'll slowly, mindfully, or crash back down. Release that foot, set your strap and stuff aside. Breath in, lift the chest. Exhale, hinge it forward. What is my fullest breath? I'm going to bend my knees, sink my butt back, and go for it again. Laying back down, laying my belly, sealing it up against those thighs as best I can. Squeezing inner thighs, pulling shoulders back, hugging in my core, feeling my strength. What am I capable of in my strength? What is possible for me to feel and not react to in any kind of stark or sharp manner? Can I breathe? Can I think clearly? Am I still living my highest being? And forward fold. Oh, so vibrant, so alive. Maybe massaging my body with some loving kindness. So I'm going to get ready for the other side. If you want to use your strap, go ahead and bring it down under the other foot. I'm going to pedal my heels here because I'm noticing I had really been digging into my heels. So I'm just going to let up some pressure. Spreading my toes, lightening it up, waking up my feet, saying, I'm sorry I was digging in too deep. And if I'm digging in too deep, it means I wasn't trusting my root. I was applying too much effort. Sometimes it's the theme in my life where I'm doing too much, so I can feel that. That rings true in my body. I'm going to find a clasp for me, and you could use your strap. My hand at my hip here. Now, before I go anywhere, I want to be where I am, so I'm feeling where I am in the weight of both of those legs. Is my right leg ready? Having that conversation. Are you ready? Are you ready? So I give a little give in that knee rather than locking it. I'm lifting up in the chest and I've lifted the toe. And then I'm I'm going to ask my core, my spine, my body to come up. This side is a little wobblier, losing my big toe. I'm going to readjust that. What's possible as far as how high I can sit up tall? How tall and erect and upright can I be while I've got a clasp, while I'm standing on minimal rooting? How much rooting do I actually need? Do I believe I need more than I actually do? Do I ever try it? Do I test it? I'm going to gradually bring myself back down, letting that foot go. Breath in, lifting the chest. Exhale, let it go. I'm going to bring both my hands up alongside my ears, just adding the weight of my arms onto my neck and my head. And with every exhale, asking myself to let go. I'm going to release those arms down. And I'm going to walk my way forward and find a plank. I'm feeling nice and warm. Hips, legs, core. I want to feel what's possible. I'm going to roll over onto the pinky toe edge of that left foot into side plank. All right, so here's a way to start off. Bring the left knee down. Spin that foot flat. Push the baby toe edge down. Hips forward and expand. It's a great way to start. From here, another way to move up would be to step the back leg forward like this, and then take the bottom leg straight. Starting to ask the core on the side, the obliques, to do a little bit more work. And then some of you want to see about stepping both legs back. Can I turn sideways in my strength? Breathe. Love every shake. That's your body firing and finding a new hold, and a new grip, and a new hold. And let your mind give it some ease, some trust. Trust that your body's going to figure this out in its time. Don't give it a deadline. Good. Let's bring the hands down. Bring the knees down. Find child's pose. This time I'm going to have my knees closer, stretching out different sections of my spine. You could have your arms coming back behind you if you prefer. Feeling yourself folding into yourself, softening. I'm going to come up to my hands and knees, and I'm going to get ready for the other side on that side plank. And I'm going to spin so that you guys can see me on this side instead of my back being to you. So now, invest in positioning yourself how you want it. Whether you wanted a knee down and spin, whether you wanted this left leg up and the right leg back, feeling out that space. Or maybe you're finding this, and this is where I want to be. Now, I'm going to guide us into looking at where this wrist is. I would like this wrist under that shoulder. I'm going to scooch up on my mat. I don't want it out here, putting that kind of an angle on the structure. I would like the structure to have the best balance and stability as possible. I'm going to keep that there and bring my legs out. You'll notice I've threaded my feet here on this side. Now I'm going to turn my hips and my waist. I can be looking down or up. How strong, how contained, how solid, how stable can I feel? Where's my mind right now? Where's my breath right now? Come down when you need. Don't fight. And then if you observe fighting going on in your practice, sit and meditate on that. What am I fighting? Am I fighting myself? Am I setting unusual or inordinate expectations on myself? Unreasonable? And I'll bring that hand down, touch a plank, and bring the knees down. And find child's pose. Notice how the mind more easily calms down here. The breath more easily calms down here. And I'm going to make my way up to sitting upright. Okay. So, in the realm of what's possible, first of all, everything that I have to say is purely a suggestion. You are taking your own health and well-being into your own hands. I am going to venture into taking us into some preparatory spaces for Surshasana A, or headstand A. I'm going to take my watch off here. If you have any contraindications, neck injuries or disorders, if you have any sort of seizure disorders, if you have high blood pressure, I'd even have you off of that. If you have any macular degeneration or anything going on in your eyes, just stay in child's pose, okay? Don't worry about it. We'll leave that be. If you want to give this a go and you know where you're going, great. Clear some furniture out of the way. Make some space in case you find yourself falling, all right? Otherwise, just listen and just take your time. We're here to explore what's possible in a shift of perspective. I'm going to thread my fingers. I'm going to keep these last two fingers, tucking this one in, like I'm playing volleyball. I'm going to bring those elbows down. And I'm going to bring the very top of my head, where my soft spot used to be, onto the floor. And that is it. Trying not to let my shoulders dump down, pulling them up, keeping my head on the floor, pressing through the even surface of all of my forearms. And breathe. Some of you may be feeling and experiencing a stretch in the back of your neck. Some of us are experiencing a little panic and a little fear. So come out, okay? Being on our head, being kind of in a closed, compressed kind of space may not be a comfy place for us. Some of us might be feeling smothered a bit by any of our body kind of shoving upside down onto us. So if so, you might want to get into the practice of wearing 2 sports bras. That might help keep things contained. And then consider joining our Yoga to Excel class on Thursday nights. And that's for our bigger bodies, but we show how to use a yoga strap as a way to keep everything down when you're going upside down. All right, so if you want to try again, we're going to bring the clasp here, forearms down here, bring the head down, and then only if it sounds like something you want to play with, again, what's possible, what are we capable of? I'll tuck my toes and lift my hips. Now I'm going to tilt my butt up to the sky. Keep pulling my shoulders up to the sky. And you can just rock up and down. You can still have your knees down too. Breath. I'm going to walk my toes a little closer to my face. So my low core has to help me lifting up here. Breath. Do not lift both legs. Breath. What are we experiencing in perspective, in breath, in desire, in root, in effortlessness? And I'm going to walk the feet back. I'm going to bring my knees down. And come up to sitting back on my heels. Nice. I'm going to come to seated. I'm going to lengthen the legs out in front of me. Sitting the spine upright, pushing the backs of the legs down. Show sideways. Seeing how much of a 90-degree angle we can get in the body. Shoulders up and back and down, chest up. Deliberately, actively pushing those legs down, lifting from the low abs. Level in the chin, length through the back of the neck. And I'm going to twist here, revolving, chest lifting, face is soft. What area of my spine is permitting the revolve? Maybe remembering the standing twist that we did in the half flat back space, noticing, ooh, is anything more moving? Because our bodies are in the same positioning, shaping that it was when we were standing. It's just that our relationship to gravity has changed, a little bit more leverage because all of the flat at the back of our legs is rooting down, giving us more leverage to maybe move some of the tighter vertebrae in our low back. Now I'm working on right now, my desire to want to show more, do more, and it's like, I got nothing to prove. This is my body. My body is not here for your pleasure. My body is here for me to limit it. And I'm going to release and find the other side. Chest is lifting, revolve, revolve. Breath in, breath out. Maybe now is a good time to recite the 8 limbs to yourself. The do nots, non-harming, non-stealing, non-lying, non-hoarding, restraint. The do's, purification and discipline, contentment, self-study, and surrender to something greater than ourselves. How am I embodying all of that? Am I still lifting my chest and my heart up to that which I believe in? Am I rooting down into the earth for the support I need? I'm letting that space in between help me reveal the power that's within me all along. I'm going to pull my chin and chest forward. Notice I've got my toes, my feet are still flexing, and that's just to engage into the entire back of the leg, feeling those attachments, the attachments of the muscles at the back of the leg attaching into the bones. So when I get to do that flex, it lets me feel the tension at the attachments. I'm just going to go back and forth a few times as I'm folding forward. Yay, there's the train, everybody. Breathe in, pull the chest up and forward. Exhale, layer my belly down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, layer my belly down. I'm going to pull my shoulders back, squeeze my thighs, let my abs go, and I'm going to hang out here. Just experience my consciousness, my awareness, my existence in this shape. How do I exist here? Am I the same person? Can I practice kindness here? What would that feel like? What would that look like? Could I practice joy here? What would that feel like? What would that look like? Contentment, truthfulness. Can I have the patience to let whatever wants to open and release open on its own time? And when my body finally feels that patience and that trust, when it does let go, feel that collaborative relationship that my consciousness and my body have worked out together. Roll the spine up. And that is so authentic. Such an authentic experience that we start to create and bond mentally, spiritually with this physical body. All right, I'm going to bring my left leg across the right. Now, for me on this time around, so this leg is going to stay just like that long space that we were just in, that Dandasana, that L shape. I'm going to squeeze that thigh though, rooted into the earth. This foot I've got down next to my thigh because that's how much this knee and this hip want to bend. Some of us, that foot might need to be a little further out. Okay, so feel out what works for you. Many of us are going to wrap this arm around this knee for the leverage. For me today, I'm going to work my hips, work my waist. I'm going to reach this elbow outside of that knee, or even more leverage. It's all about leverage. I'm going to breathe in and lift the chest, and exhale, twist. So choose where you want to be. Relaxing my belly and my low abdomen. I feel the muscles in some of my abdominal wall getting the twist, actually a little resistance. This is the kind of pose that really lets you know, oh yeah, I really don't want to eat too much before my practice. What's possible as far as how much I can move my spine here. What's possible as far as how much I can stay calm when I'm twisted in knots. And I embody that. Am I trying too hard? And I just backed off a little bit. I was trying too hard. Still lifting energetically up through the chest. Ooh, that actually gave me more space to move. And release that twist. Maybe at home you start to explore, okay, I can do 5 breaths before my mind goes cuckoo. Oh, maybe I can do 10 breaths before I notice I'm really super duper fighting. And use that as your benchmarks. And maybe you move the benchmark to 1 more breath. All right, so we're all going to have a different space where we are. I'm going to find Janushirshasana. So here, the hips were crossed across one another, an adduction. Remember, yoga, we're balancing ourselves as we create this relationship. So now I'm going to open the hip. And I have this foot here. Let this hip open. And I'm not saying that's the only way to find it. You could open your hip in any kind of way. All right, so just look at your balance. This is just where I want to be today in me. I've got 3 more practices today. So I'm also learning to be moderate in my body and what I'm going to be doing with it. When I know, I'm going to be asking it to be finding different ranges and I don't want to be excessive. So I'm going to lift my chest and twist. Ooh. Just a little opposite twist. And I'm going to come forward. Some of you want to use your strap here. Some of you don't. Folding in, compressing, confronting. So much involved in a fold. Softening my neck. What am I still holding on to here? Have I truly surrendered? And I'm going to bring myself back up. I I want to balance this out, so I'm going to come forward again here before finding that sequence on the other side. So I'm flexing the toes, squeezing the thighs, lifting the chest, coming forward. So some of us can bring the palms flat here. That helps hold that accountable as far as that flex. Some of you are just holding your ankles or shins. Some are using a strap. I want to take as much effort out right now and just meet my body where it is. A little bit of santosha, contentment. And notice what's going on inside of that non-doing, that non-trying, that non-efforting. And I'll bring myself back up. And I'm going to cross this leg over. Active in this rooted leg. Feeling already the difference on this side. What's going on in my body. Wrapping. Or I think I'm going to feel this out on this side. This side is a little tighter. So I may not actually be able to get that leverage. So I'm lifting through the ribs and the belly, lifting through the ribs and the belly, getting this shoulder out, lifting through the ribs and the belly, and okay, I got a little bit of a hook here. Bringing this left hand close to my hip, breath in, sitting up, exhale, revolve, oh. I don't have as much room for breath here, so I'm backing off of how much torque I'm applying so that I have more space for my belly. Never sacrifice your breath for your posture. What's still lengthening and lifting? Can I trust that if I lift up, if I look up, if I turn things upward, that I actually have more power, more strength by reaching up above, asking for help in my faith space. Woo! That was for real, y'all. All right, I'm gonna bring this foot. Ready for a Janu Sirsasana. Lifting, counter twist. Oh, kindness, upward energy. Shoulders down. Wear my yoga on my face now. And come forward. Be in the breath. Be in the surrender. And then I'll bring myself up. I'm going to have one Baddha Konasana, having the bottoms of the feet together. Baddha means bound, B-A-D-A. Kona means angle. I'm pressing the inner thighs open, sitting the chest up. Try not to slump and slouch. Direct your energy upward. Feel your intention. Shoulders down. And when we lift up, right, we're not trying to hide. We're standing affirmed, strong, purposeful. Press the inner thighs. Breathe in. Thrust the chest up. Open the pecs. Pull chin and chest forward. And then roll the spine up. Breathing in. Exhaling it forward. Nice and fluid. Inhale. Relax the neck and soften it so it whips in this movement. Rolling it up. Letting it go. Rolling it up. letting it go. So I've done a few of those, and I want to have a static space here. Please, if you want to keep finding a flow, if that's what's resonating with you or playful with you, go for it. Explore and feel sensual and sensitive. Filling up the low back and the low belly. Can you expand there? Can you breathe from there? Can you let the breath in? And lift my way up. Good. I'm going to turn now and bend this right leg, kind of like the shape of a 7. Some of you might want this heel close to your groin. I'm going to rotate this back kneecap to face the floor. And I'm going to sit upright. Now you may wish to use a block here so that you can sit upright. And with every inhale, see if we can grow a little taller. Where's your breath? You can work your neck here. Good. I'm just going to switch. So I'm going to lean back onto my butt, taking this block around with me, bending this knee, starting to snake this leg back. Heel. For here, I'm going to bring it more toward the shape of a 7. Honor your body. Don't be looking at mine and saying, oh, I don't need to do that. Hell, half the time I don't need to be doing this deep. All right. Knee facing the floor. Lifting, feeling my low back. It's talking a little bit. I'm lifting my chest, shoulders down, let my belly breathe. Finding ease. Find the patience. We're not here to have our body bend to our will, literally. We're here to collaborate, bond with, have a conversation. Shoulders down. I'm going to shift my weight onto my left hip, bringing this leg out in front of me. I'm going to lower down to laying down on our backs. I'm going to bring the bottoms of my feet together because I'm going to get ready for just a little bit of fire. Just a little bit of fire. Inner thighs, ooh, feel a little fight there. I'm going to move my heels forward and back, try to find a sweet spot because my right groin is like, nope. Oh. You know what? I was going to have a little fire. I'm not. I'm not. I'm going to lengthen the legs and practice a fish. Okay, so now fish is a little complicated sometimes to describe. So bear with me as I find some words. Legs together. Forearms down alongside my waist. And I'm going to prop myself up on my forearms. I'm going to walk those elbows back. Chilling out. Watching the movement. Got it. Okay. I'm going to thrust my chest up and lower. Thrust my chest up like I'm doing a cat and cow here. So here's the cow, and then relax. Cow, tilt the tailbone back, lift the chin, and relax. Now this time I'm going to thrust the chest up, thrust the chin up. And I'm going to start to walk my elbows down, lowering the top of my head to the floor while my chest is arching up. And breath. Come out of this anytime you're ready. Don't let too much weight dump into your head. Upward lift, upward lift. Lift up through the center of your chest. Breath. Uninhibited in your throat. breath. One single Om here. Breath in. I'm going to lift my head, tuck my chin, lay my back down. Adjust my shoulders, adjust my legs. Let the body rest. Let the mind rest. Feeling the glow of all of the energy we've stimulated, all of the parts of the body that we have awakened and invigorated, opened and closed, worked and restored on our own, in our space. Take your time as you start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. Making your way up to eventually join in for a closing. Please know that it would make my heart so warm to know that when we are, doesn't mean that you are done. Maybe there's something else you want to explore. Take the time. There's no time limit on your practice. Sometimes my practice is so vigorous and just go, and I work up a sweat. Other times I'm holding postures for a really long time, and I might be in my practice for an hour and a half, 2 hours, who knows? And other times it's just sitting in a couple of poses, sitting in a meditation or a breath practice. I practice in the morning and the evening for me, all right? So you figure out what's for you. And each day it's a different amount of time, different spaces that I'm in. Just hold myself accountable that I'm practicing and I'm connecting. Sometimes I hold myself accountable that all the stuff that I'm avoiding. And you'll find your path and you'll start to breathe your breath and be in your body. Thank you so much for letting me share this home yoga practice with all of you. I'm grateful for what this time has done for my thinking and for my practice and what I share and how I teach, how I live day to day, as I'm sure it is for many of you as well. Hands to the heart center if you wish to join me. All that is love and light in me recognizes and is the very same as the love and light inside of you. Namaste.